Thank you so much, and revolutionary greetings to all of you and to all in Palestine. The South African Palestine movement has a long history that was strengthened in 1994 with the election of a democratic government and the demise of apartheid. It gained a massive boost when President Mandela announced the need for a free Palestine as an important precursor to the freedom of South Africa. In South Africa, we have a particular role to play in the BDS movement. There are important parallels between apartheid South Africa and Israel, as you all well know. And from our own history, we know the power of an international boycott, divestment, and sanctions movement. Through the actions of various international and anti-apartheid organizations, apartheid South Africa was isolated from cultural, academic, and sporting events. South African imports were boycotted by international consumers. Under the same political pressure, banks stopped offering lines of credit. Multinational companies either pulled out of operating in South Africa or were shamed on the international stage for their actions. The anti-apartheid boycott movement helped raise the South African profile and provided concrete ways for the international community to offer solidarity and support to the oppressed people of South Africa. Acknowledging that much of Israel's power comes from its geopolitical alliances and position in the world order, as South Africans, we know the power and capacity that a movement such as a global BDS movement can have on an oppressive colonial power. As a global movement with leverage in multiple communities across the world, BDS has the potential to hold Israel accountable to international law and make significant gains in the Palestinian struggle for freedom. The coming together in early 2020 of this year of various South African Palestine solidarity organizations to create a common platform, the South African BDS Coalition, is a significant milestone that has been crossed. We now have an opportunity to be aligned and build a solidarity movement that would contribute to the international movement, thus intensifying the pressure on all governments and businesses that support or partner with Zionist Israel. The South African BDS Coalition and the Palestine Solidarity Organizations formed in various parts of South Africa, as well as other civil society organizations, trade unions, and faith-based organizations, totally pledge their support for all actions towards ending the Nakba and supporting the Palestine resistance movement for justice and the right to return. We believe that with the current global crisis, we have an opportunity to mobilize towards a strong international human rights movement. Let's work together and connect the dots between societies and communities that are being devastated by capitalism and neoliberalism. This may be on issues of climate change, food security, ending colonialism and occupation, ending racism and apartheid, and ending gender-based violence. The South African BDS Coalition and its partners commit to working with the international BDS movement and all human rights organizations and activists towards ending the Nakba and towards justice and human rights within South Africa, Palestine, and globally. A luta continua.